So welcome back to a Too Fresh exclusive. We're here at Horror Hound. I have my man Boyd, and I have my man Patrick representing BLOODSPAWN that's going to premiere here today, Sunday at 3:30 p.m. How's it going, guys?
It's going good. I love Cincinnati, and we've been here. I've been here before, and it's fun. It really brings really gets you excited about showing your film.
So, Boyd, is this your first time?
This is my first time to Horror Hound, but I grew up about 2.5 hours west of here in Indiana, so
okay.
I know Cincinnati decently.
Okay.
And my fiance is from the area too, so
okay.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
What's your favorite part about Cincinnati so far, would you say?
For me?
For you, yeah.
Well, it's Kings Island, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's all about Kings Island.
Yeah.
We used to come over here when we were kids and go ride the Beast,
yeah.
So it's cool that we're not far from there.
Yeah,
but, I mean, there's a lot more to it. This city's done a really good job, I think, in the last 10, 15 years.
Yes.
Of blowing up in just different ways, especially all the different places you can go and, food courts and food trucks and local beers.
Yes,
it's a cool town, for sure.
Excellent,
Is this the best city in Ohio?
Oh, 100%. 100%. No question. No question. But what's your favorite part, Patrick, about Cincinnati, would you say?
I've only been here twice, and it's for Horror Hound, so
Okay.
I would probably say my favorite part is right here.
Okay. Have you guys tried any of the food? I know you're known for Skyline, putting spaghetti in our
I keep
chili.
hearing about this. I'm gonna try it.
Okay, you're gonna try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's delicious.
I've just been having the food here.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I love the chili. 3 ways.
That's
and,
what I'm talking
yep.
about, yeah.
And
yeah.
the Dixie chili over in Kentucky.
Okay.
They got the Gator, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's like a chili dog with a pickle.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't sound like, but trust me, it's awesome. A little hot sauce and some.
It's like a Chicago dog with
some crackers,
with chili on it.
Excellent. So
no
tell
beans.
Tell me a little bit more about BLOODSPAWN and what roles you both played, and why we should come see the film.
Go ahead, Patrick.
We are here to represent the film. I am the DP, and Boyd is the producer, and unfortunately the directors couldn't be here. But it's an indie film, and you kind of have your hands in a lot of things, and it was more than just shooting, and it was just so it was a great experience being able to work on this film outside, even though it was hot, and do filmmaking and work on something. And when we shot this, I really had no idea how we were going to do, because we have a monster in our film. It was filmmaking 101. Point over there, that's where he's going to fly in. Point over there, and you kind of had to use your imagination.
Yeah.
And in my case, I had to light things the way that it might have, in somebody's head. So
do you work with a VFX artist to do things like that, or are you just kind of freestyling a little bit? How does that work?
It's a co-directed film, and one of the directors is really good with After Effects and 3D modeling.
Okay.
And so he was on set.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, it was fast moving. We would shoot a scene, and then Derek, he's the VFX guy, he's the co-director, and David Rotan is also the other director.
Okay.
So Derek would step in and go, okay, put a green screen in.
Okay.
So we would literally shoot the scene, and then we would put a green screen, which could be a nightmare for director of photography, because you have to light green screens and stuff. But we just kind of went with it and made sure the shadows were even and stuff. So we were doing that on the fly.
Gotcha.
If you see the film, you will see stuff that obviously was visual effects.
Gotcha.
That stuff was done in the woods on the fly. We had a little mini. Thank God for LED lights. You don't have to power those it's quite as heavily. So we had a little pop-up generator.
And boy, you're a producer on the film?
Yeah. So I'm an executive producer. I'm the kind of lead executive producer on the film, but I also sort of was part of the production team as soon as I joined on. So, and this is all hands on deck type production. everyone on the production team, except for our DP, Patrick, is in the movie.
Okay.
Our monster is a puppet.
Okay.
So we actually, Patrick mentioned Derek, our co-writer, producer, director, and David, our other co-writer, producer, director. David was the main puppeteer for our puppet.
Okay.
And we shot that in Derek's studio garage. And Derek's partner Elise, who's also an executive producer on the film, and I, we were the wings and the feet of the puppet, or the arms of the puppet. So we were in a garage for 5 days in April in Northern Virginia, sweating and in green screen suits, and had a blast.
Yeah.
If you see the trailer, you'll see everybody he's talking about in the new trailer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, producer, it has many different. It's loose. Like you're executive producer. So when I think executive producer, I'm thinking the person that either finances the film or gets the money for the film. So for this your particular role, did you help get the money for the film, or how does that work as an executive producer?
Yeah. So both.
Okay.
I invested in the film, and then Derek and David said, "Hey, do you mind, trying to bring others in?"
Yeah.
And so that was part of my role, is to bring others on board to get us greenlit so we could shoot, and that happened in the spring of 2021.
Okay.
And then we were shooting in September of 21 during COVID.
Okay.
And somehow we were able to get through it. Of course, we had all the because we are a SAG film.
Okay.
We had to meet SAG standards that they had set. So we were doing a ton of testing. People had to do, gosh, I don't remember the name of the test, but the big test, and then versus the in-person test. We had to do both.
Okay.
So somehow we were able to get 9 days shooting in without any incidents.
Wow.
So it's great. But one of the keys to the VFX in this film and the puppetry is that because the puppet is kind of a greenish gray color.
Yes.
And we used a green screen. And there's other parts to the monster, like red feathers, etc. It didn't differentiate in the software, so we actually had to go and do every frame. We had to rotoscope every frame of the monster, which there's 6 minutes of monster, so it took us about a year and a half.
Oh wow!
To rotoscope all of those scenes.
Man.
Yeah. I never want to rotoscope again, and I did it the least amount of anyone.
I remember talking to these guys and saying, "Are you guys done yet?" And it being kind of like a dark time because everybody was taking a frame and basically cutting out the monster.
Is it okay if we show like the trailer during the show? Like, during the show? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, guys. We're gonna go ahead and check this trailer out. So stay tuned and make sure to check out the trailer. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the trailer.
See the motion picture that has test audiences freaking out.
It was just really enjoyable. It was really fun.
It was just like a ride straight through.
BLOODSPAWN.
Oh, Data! But it can't be.
Based on a dark legendary creature of Native American lore, unleashed by a shattered sacred pact. BLOODSPAWN. Starring Raw Lipa of Bone Tomahawk. Roger Willie of Wind Talkers.
Sam! Up!
R. Keith Harris of The Walking Dead. And special appearance by indie horror legend Bill Oberst Jr.
It's a monster.
BLOODSPAWN. Witness the wrath.
Coming back!
The pain. The action. the firepower, and the horror. BLOODSPAWN. With spine-tingling, state-of-the-art special effects bringing this ancient hell beast to life on the screen, you'll not want to miss one of the greatest terrors of modern American cinema. It will blow your mind. BLOODSPAWN.
Pretty much that whole thing was just a modern day classic right there.
This film is not yet rated.
All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that trailer. So guys, tell us, like, what's the plans? What's the future plans for the film?
Yeah, so right now we're really focused on theatrical.
Okay.
So we're sort of coming to the end of our film festival run. We've got another film festival in I think it's a creature feature festival in Gettysburg next weekend.
Okay.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and then we have one last festival in Gallup, New Mexico, coming up here in May, or the first week of May. And coincidingly, we have a theatrical happening in Bloomington, Indiana. Coming up in June. And we're really we have a new trailer that's marketed directly towards theaters.
Okay.
And so we're doing a push to get in as many theaters as we can.
Absolutely.
And then try and push the marketing up to streaming after that. So, yeah.
And
Gotcha.
I absolutely think that you should watch this film live in a theater. Like, watching it in your house, this is like one of those films that is fun to watch with a crowd. You know, it's midnight, drive-in, back to the old school way of watching these it's a creature feature, so yeah, you definitely go see it in theaters.
No doubt.
Film festivals, watch it with a bunch of people. It's fun.
Well, since you kind of brought that up, let's talk about what's your feelings towards, it seems like a lot of people are moving more towards streaming movies versus going to the movies. What's your guys' thoughts on that? You think it's inevitable, or do you think it's still more room for theatrical releases, and that mean a healthy state? What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I come from, like, I do music videos and stuff. Okay. And, you know, bands have the CD and people still buy records. Yeah. I think people want to go to, like, people go to bands, see them live.
Right.
I think people want to go out and watch a movie. I mean, movies are still valid. Yeah. It's just not what it used to be, where that was the only choice. Gotcha. So there's certain films that deserve to be watched live and in movies. I don't think it's going away. Okay. I hope not.
I hope not either. I mean, I grew up in a family where we were at the movie theater every weekend, maybe every other weekend. But my parents, even after we were out of the house, they're always at the theater, and so it's a part of American culture, you know. So I think we're in a low point. But in terms of coming out of COVID and such a big move to streaming, but you know, in my own hometown, Bloomington, Indiana, the drive-in just replaced their sign. So there's still robust theaters out there that are doing business, and we hope that we can align with them with our movie. But moving forward, you have to be able to stream, and it's a tough gig right now, you know. Gotcha. There's not as much funding coming to movies as there once were. I mean, we saw that in the Academy Awards, right? Yeah. Some of the filmmakers talked about that. Yeah. So yeah, we just we're hopeful that we can make movies going forward. I think it requires really watching your budget. Yeah. You know, so lower budgets are probably going to be more standard. Yeah.
You still have to be creative, and you still have to write a good script. You still have to shoot good. You know, it's no amount of technology is ever going to replace a good movie. Absolutely. So let's talk about Horror Hound. So what's been your favorite part this year so far? Well, Horror Hound this year. It's kind of interesting because I was here about 5 years ago, and we had a movie, and we had our booth set up right next to these guys. Okay. And there was a guy dressed in a clown outfit, and the director, and they were signing autographs, and there was almost no line. and it was very. I'm very proud of these guys. Now they're basically taking over.
Oh,
this
okay.
little film called Terrifier.
Oh, there you go.
And it's, I consider myself like in the industry, and and I know some of the people on the crew.
Yeah.
And like that to me is it's like coming to this pays off. I think absolutely. If you're a filmmaker, you got to film. It may seem like a waste of money putting in your fees for you may spend $1,000, but if you can get into something like this, and we got in, we were up against other films, so it feels really good to get selected, and especially like something like this where it's a big commercial enterprise, and usually when you do film festivals, you might be in a stuck in some dingy place in the middle of nowhere. I love coming to Horror Hound, and it's a good feeling to have your film playing.
Yeah, so I'm more of like an independent filmmaker. I make more short films, haven't shot a feature yet, but hearing you speak on that, and we spoke earlier off the podcast, do you think that is more of a good route to go, shoot a feature film, enter film festivals, and hope for the best that maybe someone will see it and hopefully it gets picked up? Do you think that's the route to go as an independent filmmaker, or is it different avenues to travel that are more better than that?
No, I absolutely think you can put it online. There's many ways to put it online, and people will see it.
Okay.
But that's kind of a passive approach to promoting your film, and you can send it links on Facebook and social media, but absolutely you want to compete against other people, and so that brings your game up automatically.
Okay.
And I absolutely think you should always, if you got a short film, and there's no other way to even make money. You're not going to make money off short films anyways.
Right.
The only kind of like accolade you can get from something like that is use that film to help you get your dream passion. I've got some stuff. I've got a script I just finished.
Yes.
And so use that as a springboard.
Okay.
And these film festivals absolutely help, especially if you can get into the big ones.
Yeah.
But it's not not everybody's going after the big ones. Just get out there. If you go put in to film festivals what you think you can get into.
Okay.
Not everyone's going to get into Sundance. Or South by Southwest, but you could get into Horror Hound. I mean, especially if you're from that area. It's fun, and it's fun.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think so our first film festival, which was really a con, it was G-Fest. Thank you, Patrick. Which is the biggest. It's a kaiju festival in Chicago.
Okay.
And this reminds me of that. So this has a con feel to it, and I'm not an expert in cons, but it has people are in costume.
Yeah.
There's a really robust vendor hall.
Yeah.
There's clearly a culture
at
absolutely. This festival, and that's the most, I think, thing that stands out for me.
Yeah.
Is that it's a robust culture and festival, and vendor hall, it just has that feel to it. I mean, you're here.
Yes.
So this is.
Yeah,
they're doing it right.
Yeah, because this is my first time here, and what stood out to me is, like you said, con, film festival, merge them together. It is so beautifully organized. You know what I mean? So it's just like, whoa, how hard? Because each one by himself is a challenge, but bringing the challenges together and be able to execute it perfectly, not once, but twice a year. I mean, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
What do you think Horror Hound, what do you think about Horror Hound separates from the other film festivals, would you say, besides the con aspect? What do you think makes it unique to itself versus the other film festivals that you participated in?
Well, I can absolutely say that now at a lot of other festivals, even when we were at G-Fest, the screenings and getting people to sit down and watch a movie with this exciting stuff going on outside.
Yeah.
It's always an afterthought. I mean, when I took my other, before, when I came a couple years ago, we went to other cons, Horror Con in Jersey, and it's an afterthought. They really don't give a crap. They just, here's a place you can show your movie, and people walking in and out and waiting. It's kind of like a waiting lounge. But here they put effort in. They got awesome. The staff here is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's well organized. They know what to expect. They know people want to go to these vendors and want to go get the autographs. Yeah. So they've got it, super easy. You just go downstairs, and they digitally they've conquered all the hurdles when it comes, all the obstacles. And plus, they give out awesome awards. And,
that's gonna be my next.
I mean, it's...
You beat me to the punch, man. You beat me to the punch twice already.
I mean,
that's good. So what kind of awards do they hand out? Or not hand out, what kind of awards do you earn at these at this festival?
Well, here you get this awesome little wolf statue. I mean, what do you call it? The Hound.
Okay.
It looks awesome. Some Did we won an award in England? What did we get, a certificate?
No, we were told that something was coming and it still hasn't arrived.
Oh, man.
We were just talking about this yesterday. I was kind of getting a chuckle over it. Like I imagined something like coming on a boat in the, across the ocean for us, like Dracula in his coffin or something, We don't know. But we did win an award at a Grindhouse festival in Leicester, UK. Was it Leicester, UK? I think it was. And we haven't seen it yet.
Best,
but
best,
it was like,
it was like best something,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least you guys won.
It might be small festival. I mean, like I was saying before, inter festivals, and there might only be 10 people there, but if you win something, that goes right on your resume, right on your poster. Yeah. I mean, it's good. Festivals are always good if you can win something and even get in it. Those laurels are fantastic. I mean, we have a new poster out, right? That has the laurels.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a new trailer, a new poster that's coming out with all the laurels.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have one that's best picture. I think it's best feature is what we won.
Yeah.
I would just also say that I haven't been to all of the festivals that we've been in, and I only arrived today for here, so I haven't been to any screenings here yet. So I can't speak to that. But I will say that this festival is bigger than a number of the festivals that we were in.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it growing and keep it going.
Yeah, we have a film festival here in Cincinnati. It's called Cindependent, which is probably the largest film festival I've been to.
Okay.
I would say. So I definitely think they're doing submissions now, so that might be something you may want to look into as well. Submit that, and I mean, you get big A-list stars coming to that too. They had the guy from Bob's Burgers. He submitted something there, and they did a Q&A with him as well. So, I mean, I think that you guys would probably easily get into that, and I can see you guys, adding some more accolades to your resume.
Well, we'd like that. I mean, one of the things about our movie is that it's not cookie cutter. It's not just like straight slasher horror or straight paranormal. I mean, it's mixing a lot of things. The dialogue, it's really well written. David and Derek did a great job at that, and our actors do a great job. We've got Bill Oberst is in the movie. He's like a legend in independent horror, and he's awesome. And Raw Liba is fantastic. I mean, I could go through all the actors, but they've all done a great job. And so I think with this film, it's a horror film. It's a creature feature film.
Yes.
It's a grindhouse film. You can call it a western. So it sort of crosses across genres.
Okay.
And so I think when you're talking about festivals,
yes.
I think it's important to be at a festival because of that. Because we're not just like, hey, we're going to sell this as a straight slasher film and move on.
Yeah.
This sort of touches on different genres. So I think that creative aspect to it
absolutely
lends itself well to film festival.
Okay. Well, any last words you want to say on BLOODSPAWN before we wrap up?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to the 2 co-directors.
Okay.
David Rotan, Derek Campbell. This was a passion project, and they put the money together, and they really should be sitting here.
Yeah.
And you'll see them.
So David and Derek.
Dave and Derek.
Shout out to you. Shout out
you guys
to
made
you.
a great film, and I'm so proud of it. And we're both.
We'll try to get you later on the podcast, and I asked maybe we can get their information and try to set up something up where I can interview them and talk more about the film and spark something from there. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for having us.
Parting shot. I'd like to mention, if I could, Craig Buddy.
Yeah.
He's associate producer, but he also did the soundtrack. He wrote a what would you call it, like
an 80s.
Yeah, it's
a grindhouse.
Grindhouse 80s.
Music's awesome. Yeah.
Synth. He wrote the whole thing, played the whole thing. It's one of my favorite things about the movie.
Okay.
It really is. So so Craig Buddy's part of the team as well. He also is in the movie. We're all in there except for Patrick. Patrick's behind the camera.
I was like, Patrick, is this you?
When you see what they did to him, I was like,
okay. We're going to leave it at there. Don't want to have any spoilers. I definitely want to check it out, man. And but yeah, it was nice having you two on, man. The fellow filmmakers, makes the conversation move smoothly, because that's my field. That's my wheelhouse as well. So
thanks for having us.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Well, this is a Too Fresh exclusive. We're here at Horror Hound. Make sure you check out BLOODSPAWN. Sorry, I got a little nervous there. BLOODSPAWN. So make sure you check it out when it comes out. So it should be hit a streaming service near you soon. All right, but also if you're in a near area, check it out in the theaters. If you're here and it's in your area, check it out. But if not, when it comes out on streaming services, definitely give it a click. How's that sound, guys?
That sounds great.
Okay,
Sounds great.
all right.
Thank you.
Hey,
Cheers.